Going on to you, Aries, you have Dragon Trainer, Serpent Spell, and then you have Forever Yours. So these three cards right here for you represents how a lot of you are very much so caught up with. So let me see, right? So for you, Aries, right? A lot of you, like I said, Dragon Trainer represents you learning how to essentially train yourself, learning how to be more patient, more observant. Not saying that you're not observant or patient, but I mean that you're learning how to understand when opportunities show up. You're learning how to be wiser, is the point that I'm trying to make. And the Serpent Spell and Forever Yours represents how, and so because of it, it'll make you more desirable, is the point that I'm trying to make. It'll make you more desirable because you will have a better understanding of who is a viable option and who is not. And you will be a lot less caught off guard when some individuals show you one thing and then they go for the okadoke, right? They start moving a different way. You'll be less surprised about it, and you'll be more prepared just in case if things don't necessarily go as you wanted it to. You'll be prepared to see what happens, right? You'll be prepared to know what happens and to deal with it accordingly. Then you have Prayer for the Fallen and Trick or Treat. These two cards right here represents how, like I said, and you won't hold any kind of grudges when someone shows you dysfunctionality, right? It's just that those people just didn't step to you correctly because they're just dysfunctional, you know? Functional people, if they don't like somebody, they'll just tell the person that they don't like them, or they'll do something to not waste their time because they are considerate and accountable and responsible for how they spend other people's time. They understand the value of time and how time can never be gotten back. Even if you paid for it, time can't be. So they're not going to do what a hyena will do, right? If a person is responsible. A hyena they're so ditzy and stupid. A hyena, on either side, because they are hyenas on both sides. But a hyena will waste your time and be confused in a mug. They will literally waste your time and you won't even realize why they're wasting your time. They're up in your face, real quick. They're up in your face, spending time with you, but then they're not actually getting what they want, even if they're trying to use you. But then you're not the type of person that they will. What are they doing? And the Trick or Treat represents you just not taking it personally. You, Aries, understand that you just can't take it personally. So, because you realize that essentially, you just can't take it personally because, again, you're looking for viable options. You're looking. Right now, you're looking. And you can't really put all your eggs in one basket, especially if you're just looking as of right now. What you, Aries, are doing is looking to see who is viable options. You're looking to get some people. You're looking to actually approach and get to know some people. You're not necessarily putting any kind of real serious judgments as to who's going to stay in your life. That comes later. So silverback and inner strength right here represents, while at the same time, you, Aries, should hide your value. So there's a sense of you approaching some people, trying to get to know people, but you are unclear about if you should hide your value or if you should display it. And do both, in the sense that don't tell people everything that you do or what you are about, or if you have something going for yourself. The suggested point of, or I should say suggested approach, is for you to bring in value, but let them find that type of stuff out later. Let that be another layer to who you are. And the thing is that then you have the truth, right? And just be yourself. Be yourself, basically. And I know it sounds cliche, but there's real power in that, because so many people are faking. So many people are fronting, right? And being yourself, you gotta understand, if a person doesn't like you, right? look, let me not even say that, because there's so many different nuances. If a person is playing the game, that's more accurate. Then they're not in it for actually getting to know you anyway. So you not being yourself will only get them to like you for a time being. But eventually you're going to want to not be that act, and you're going to want to be yourself. And then that's when they're going to start to betray you. So you don't want that. So what you want to do is in the front, I should say up front, you want to be very transparent about who you are. And you don't necessarily have to go telling these people your life story and everything, but you do have to bring value. And at that point, the ball is in their court. If they want to show you that they are serious, then they will essentially do right by you. They'll approach you from that perspective. If they're a hyena, they'll also approach you from that perspective too. Then you have the Medusa and Angel Rose. Medusa and Angel Rose represent how, don't allow it to get you upset. This is actually a double meaning, or a quadruple meaning. The Medusa, right, and Angel Rose represents, don't allow this to get you upset. Don't allow the circumstances to get you, Aries, upset to the point where, you Aries start getting frustrated at the outcomes, right? Just take it as far as a learning experience. That's how I take it a lot of the times. I don't really get rejected too much. What I get upset about, what I get disappointed about, what I get angry about is the wasting of time, because I got tough skin. I've been called ugly, hit all types of goofy stuff, hideous, all types of stuff. Okay. So, but at the same time, what sense does it make to be wasting somebody's time and then just be like, oh, well, I wasted my own time, duh, and I wasted your time, duh, but at the same time, I'm better than you. And it's like, okay, you're looking a little bit confused, but okay. And then you have and then the Medusa and Angel Rose also represents that other meaning, which represents you want to be so beautiful, spiritually, soulfully, as well as physically, of course. But the spirit and the soul matters more. You want to be so beautiful to the point where it really kind of stuns people. It kind of shocks people at how you're not really willing to take it as a loss. You're not really willing to be so upset and bent out of shape and angry and revengeful that you were rejected, right? And you want to be so beautiful to the point where, like I said, it stuns people. It also shocks people into just, if they are a hyena, they're not going to last with you, and they know it. And I've talked about intimidation before. A lot of times, what I mean when I say that, right, that both sides get intimidated, that does happen, right? And stop believing the narrative that doesn't happen. It does. When it comes to a good woman or a good man, right? Both sides, they will, regardless of whatever you're into, you could be so good to the point where even where good people themselves will still kind of be like, am I on the level of this person? Am I ready for this? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of see what type of time this person is on, but am I ready for this? You know what I mean? And not only that, but also, right? Not only that, but also, it'll keep the hyenas away too, because on both sides, because when you have a lot of things going for yourself and you stepping your game up spiritually as well as soulfully, right? You don't just look good, you strive to be good, right? You strive to be valuable. You strive to be even your presence of just your goodness, right? You strive to be that, right? You strive to be upright, that presence of uprightness, right? Divinely, right? It will deter hyenas because they exist in the field of confusion. So when you exist in the field of things making sense, but chaos as well well put together, where there's a level of unpredictability, which is chaos, as well as order in you, and you know how to make those two blend well together, they're going to stay away from you, because they know that they are going to have to step their game up. They're going to have to be more accountable. They're going to have to be more responsible. They don't want to do that. They want to be on some dysfunctional stuff. They want to have somebody else take care of them. They want to have somebody else do everything for them. They want you to save them. And you Aries can't afford to do that anymore. So let's clarify the angel roles. But at the same time, you Aries are becoming so beautiful to the point where people are stopping and they have to look. 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. These 5 cards, to clarify the angel roles, is about how, again, they'll never actually do right by you, some people, but the ones that I ain't gonna say waste of time, but the ones that are a complete waste, are dysfunctional people, they still gonna be kind of stuck on stupid when it comes to you, and they can't handle being in a full-blown relationship with you, but they still want to be around you though. And then you have the Knight of Cups and the 8 of Swords. These 2 cards right here represents, and so for that, you're in a particular situation where for you Aries, you're gonna continue to reconnect with your spirituality. Your spirituality is the constant. Your spirituality, regardless of whether you find someone right now, you Aries are going to continue to pray, meditate, do what it is that you do in hopes of finding someone that's a good match for you. So that's pretty much it. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 100K subscribers. This is the last time you'll see this deck on camera, because apparently the algorithm doesn't like it. Right. I just wanted to get something creative in, and I'll tell you the card that really had me buy this deck, why it is that I was in love with this. It's this card, which happens to also be at the front of the deck box, right? Because I just love it. Love it, you know. And but yeah, this is the last time you'll see this deck on camera. I guess it must be too intense for the algorithm, right? But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.